Thank you.
Bam Margera updates. Here we go. I've got a lot. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. I'm feeling like this is daunting. I got to give you guys all this information, and there's so much going on with the guy. We haven't, that's kind of the thing with Bam. We've always said that is like you get this big rush of crazy horse shit for like a week, and then he disappears for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And you go, okay, maybe, is he possibly getting a little better? Nope. It's just the tip of the iceberg. He's just ramping up, building up his energy so he can go apeshit again. Bam Margera's estranged wife now says she wants $15,000 a month in child support plus more. Now, usually when women come up with these insane numbers of like, what does your kid eat? King crab every night? What do you need the 15 grand for? What would you buy him a new Ferrari?
No, it's for the emotional damage.
To me, nobody has earned their free money from the ex-spouse quite as much as Nikki Margera. I mean,
she has been around for some pretty bad stuff.
Oh my God. And she has stuck around far longer than she ever needed to. Far longer than she ever needed to. And now she's long after people thought she should have gotten the hell out of there. She finally decided she's leaving. And even in that, I don't think she ever filed for divorce. I think she's filing for a legal separation where in some states that's allowed and you can get child support and things like that. She doesn't even want to give up on the marriage yet. She still wants this guy to get better.
Well, that to me, that could go two directions. She either wants him to get better or she just doesn't want to sever ties with Bam Margera.
She also wants Bam to cover her attorney fees of at least $50K.
Fuck.
She says she's bringing in very little income, less than $4,000 a month between family support and public assistance. He's a multi-millionaire and the mother of his child is on public assistance while he stays fucking loaded and shit-faced every single day. That is something else, man.
I get it, but does that also not look like she was just with him because he had all the money?
No, I don't think you stay with a guy. No, if you're with him just for the money, then you divorce him the minute there's trouble. She's stuck it out and hung in there. She's a ride or die bitch.
I've never disagreed with that. I just mean that I don't think she wants to sever ties with him because of that.
Yes,
He's
100%.
got the money.
No, I 100% believe she wants to sever ties because she can't live like that anymore. She gives a shit about her son.
Then get a divorce, not a separation. Look, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Women are dumb, and they won't give up on a fucking loser like this. They just won't give up. All she wants is a little money to take care of their kid. That's it. She just wants some money to take care of the kid. And he should be covering her legal bills. She wouldn't have to incur these fucking legal bills if this loser wasn't doped up all the fucking time.
I completely believe she's a victim in all this. I do. Her and the kid.
So now, after she gets the $15,000 a month, that should be the end of it because that's enough to, get you by at the very least. So she wants the $15,000. Meanwhile, Bam is allegedly desperate to see his son. The problem is you can't let a guy see his kid if he's fucking loaded all the time.
No, because that kid, that's the thing about kids. They don't stay little for forever. They develop memories. They're going to remember you that way. They're going to start asking questions. Why is dad so weird? Why is dad sick?
Yeah.
What's wrong with dad?
Why can't dad play with me and all,
Why is dad always yelling?
Yeah. So the not being, he's desperate to develop a relationship with his son, Phoenix. Bullshit. If he was desperate to develop a relationship with his son, he'd get off the fucking, what is he on? The coke, meth, whatever the fuck he's on. He would get the hell off it if he was that desperate to develop a relationship. Point blank. You guys can tell me, and when we put these up as clips, Bam Margera defenders come out. And again, I will say, the last one was the same as the other ones. There's less and less of them each time because I think more people are getting mad at him. But it's too late. I mean, you should have been mad at him a long time ago. Don't give me this shit that, the addiction is so strong that this. If you can't quit the drugs so that you can see your kid more, you love the drugs more than your son. Mm-hmm. So it's a win-win. The kid doesn't have to be around a fuck up all the time and learn masculinity from Bam fucking Margera. Have the kid spend some time with Steve-O if you want a good role model who shows you how to overcome hard times. Let the kid be raised by Steve-O. Let Steve-O adopt Bam's kid. But if you have a Bam Margera, he loves the drugs more than he loves his kid. If he can't get off of them, then fuck him. You don't want the kid around that shit. Nikki is not allowing Bam to talk to his son through FaceTime or phone calls, and she's completely cut off all contact. We're told the last communication between Bam and Phoenix was over 2 months ago on March 29th when Bam came to California to visit his son. That was the day that he went into that restaurant in Burbank and started screaming at Nikki when she was having lunch with his kid.
I mean, there's a reason people don't want to talk to you. Like, you're insane. Like, and poor innocent kids, like, don't have any way to rationalize any of that. Like, you can't just talk to your child and be like, oh, dad's got some serious drug issues that he needs to fix until you can talk to him. Yeah. Kids can't rationalize that.
Jesse James says, why is dad in the woods again?
Why is everybody talking to me about dad being in trouble?
Yeah. Why is it when I go on the computer, and I Google my dad, it's just all about drugs and addiction and all that shit?
Oh, and this poor kid, as he gets older through school, nobody's going to remember how his dad was the funny guy in the Jackass movies or the skateboarder.
The Pickle Man says, who the fuck names their kid Phoenix? I'll tell you who. If you see someone with a kid named Phoenix, you're going to see way more tattoos on the parents' bodies than normal people. That's who names their kids Phoenix. People with shitloads of arm tattoos. Yeah. Not like April's tasteful little piece there. I'm talking like it's you got maybe a chest plate, you got sleeves.
You got the underboob.
Oh, you got all kinds of tattoos, and you got a kid named Phoenix. Stereotypes exist for a reason.
Got a tramp stamp that says Boner Garage.
Absolutely. Well, those are just fun. So then Bam Margera went on this podcast called the Surprise Podcast, with this BJ Investigates woman. Now, I've seen about a minute of this Bam Margera BJ Investigates interview, and it's about 30 minutes long, and we're going to watch probably a good 10, 15 minutes of it here. This woman, to me, from the limited amount I've seen of her, strikes me as very much an Elisa Jordana type, where she's a little puppet master. She brings on these fucking lunatics. And then when they go crazy and they do shit that makes them look bad, she goes, what? What did I do? What do you want me to do? Stop him? Yeah, I want you to stop him.
Why are you so mad? I don't have any responsibility over this.
Right. It's not a live streamed podcast either. She cut it, she recorded it.
She edited.
And then she edited it. So, yeah, fuck that noise. I hate people like this. Somebody told me, Aaron, as you watch more of this, you're going to hate this woman more. But, like, I hold Bam Margera responsible for what he's done. I was never a big Bam Margera guy. Even when I was a teenager and I was supposed to like him, like Viva La Bam, I always thought he was a fucking loser.
Yeah, I didn't watch that. I like Jackass. I think those are good fun.
I like Jackass, but I always thought Bam was just a dumb fuck up.
But that's what that was about,
Yeah. So now we go to this BJ Investigates. And her show, The Surprise Podcast, episode 3 with Bam Margera. This one's called Bam Exposes Everyone. So this is Bam fucked up, in my opinion, talking shit about people, saying stuff that's going to cause him long-term damage to these relationships, including his own mother in this episode.
Yeah, which we've seen a snippet of where she's like, no, we don't do that here, but then lets him do it.
And then she just thinks it's fun and it's interesting and it'll get me views and I care about you, Bam. You're my friend. This manipulative shit. At least if Bam Margera came on this show, A, I'd never let him do that. And B, I'd be confrontational towards the guy.
I hope he'd never let me call my mom and have it out on the air.
Exactly. Thank you to Wildcard for the $1.99. Says that's hard times, baby.
Thank you.
Steve-O knows how to recover from the hard times and put down the crack pipe and pick up the notebook and write his funny jokes in his diary, baby, and sell T-shirts like a mug. But Bam Margera, he's going to stay on the wacky crack and he's going to ruin all his relationships, baby. He's going to get funky like a monkey.
This motion you do.
Baby. Go watch
that gets me.
Go watch an old Dusty promo. He would. Yeah. And my gorilla may even be a little bit human. If you go watch the Dusty Rhodes Dusty Rhodes Gorilla promo, you're gonna see it. Here you go.
Well, I have seen this 300 times on this show.
You're gonna watch it again. It's one of my favorite wrestling promos.
Well, my gorilla's a little bit more than just a ordinary gorilla. He's a bad gorilla. And there's some inside him that might be a little bit human. So it's going to be a big surprise in the Omni. The Koloff, Nikita Ivan Koloff world titles against Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, and a full-blooded
maybe he doesn't do it.
American gorilla, brother. And there will be gorilla shit all over the Omni. I got that so fucked up.
No, maybe I Bernstein Bears the fucking Dusty Rhodes motion
You
into that promo.
ruined that shit.
Holy shit. I am not above proving myself wrong on my own program. He didn't do the...
Whenever I do this motion, I'm talking about a butt.
Oh.
Like I'm just...
That you're just talking about an ass.
The butt.
All right, I'm wasting time because I really want to see this Bam Margera thing. Let's check it out. I'm ready to hate this woman.
I know, I'm nervous.
More than I hate Bam Margera.
I'm nervous about this.
The original video included a phone call amongst Bam and his parents. We really want y'all to see it. Due to various reasons and circumstances, we will not be airing the phone call at this time. So this fucking broad wanted to put the phone call on her show, but Bam's family probably threatened to sue her, so she had to take it out. So this makes you look worse than if you had just taken the phone call out.
Hey, just edit it. Just take it out.
You're sitting here going, oh, I really wanted y'all to see the phone call. Amongst what? A guy who's high on drugs and addicted to smack and him shitting on his parents? You wanted to show that on your show? You piece of shit.
You don't need that to continue to make Bam look like a bad dude.
Right.
Okay? He's doing it himself.
Let's watch this. Remember, she has Bam's best interest at heart.
I'm sure.
Now let's get to part 3. To the revolution.
Yo, do you want to know something?
I do.
I have been to hell and back, and I met both.
You're still in hell, buddy.
Yeah, if this is back, I don't want to be here.
Yeah, if this is back, I want to see what hell was like.
Ugh.
Jesus. I mean, we're all in agreement. 10 seconds in, he's fucked up, right?
He has to be.
Yeah.
I think he always is.
To hell and back, and I met both. And he's fun, but he's an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Who am I with now? Jesus tap dancing Christ.
Were they playing any music in hell when you went? I heard that
It's the
they
best
play
music I've ever
Umbrella.
heard.
It's good music.
It's what you just listened to.
The fuck?
Oh, well, that's subjective.
Cradle of Filth.
That's what I was talking about. I said I don't think
Dark
he could survive
Funeral.
in here.
Behemoth.
You ever want to make like a folk album?
He had multiple seasons of a hit show on MTV, and now he's talking to this fucking idiot. And I hate her because she's sitting there with this guy in front of her, and she says, aha, what was it like in hell, Bam? Ha, isn't this great? She's using him for views. She's using him for clout. She's totally okay with it. This is a deep, dark, sinister person. I watch people like this, and I just gain more and more respect for Steve-O. Steve-O, every time he had Bam on, let's get to it. Let's get to it, man. What's wrong? Are you going to figure
Let's
this
talk
out?
about reality right
Yeah,
now.
are you going to stop getting loaded? Are you going to stop getting fucked up? Are you going to, hey, I'm going to put you on my comedy shows so you can travel with me so I can be next to you. And we're going to bring your son. And we're going to, Steve-O gave a fuck.
Buddy, I care about you. I don't want to see you die.
I don't want to see you die. He said that in a social media post. Now I'm going to have to watch Bam die if he doesn't get better. And that
But
guy
then
gave
look
a
at
fuck
him.
about him. But these addicts, this is what addicts do. They go and they hang around the people that won't challenge them. And then those people go, oh, Bam, I'm your buddy. I let you do what you want. It's doing what he want that fucked everything up in the first place. And then he acts like people like Knoxville and Steve-O are the enemy.
What is her shtick here that she's going for?
She's a
What is
fucking...
What
she's
is her
a
deal?
She's a mid-broad who thinks she's cute. That's her whole angle. And she sucks off of whatever... She's a succubus sucking off of whatever relevance is left in this guy and just using him up and doesn't care what happens to him. She's actually making me feel sympathetic for Bam Margera.
Like a Mumford and Sons? Is this dead? All right,
No, I don't.
I got something for you to
A folk album.
consume.
Oh, let's play some needy folk. No. I have Prince's fucking soundboard at my house.
Prince
and-
would definitely do a folk album.
Shut
No,
up!
he would not.
I
Yes, he
hate her.
would.
No, he wouldn't.
Okay, fine. I would.
Well, go ahead and do
She's
it.
one of these people who has nothing planned and thinks she's going to riff and just sound fantastic, and it's trash. She's had enough, like, really desperate, simpy guys in her past tell her that she's quirky and funny and different.
Quirky's the main one.
And then she got this unearned confidence.
You know what? I don't need to be called quirky. I don't need that in my life.
How about cunty?
If I'm being cunty, then I guess I needed
There
it.
you go.
I might, and
Let's
I
see
think
how
you're,
many people don't listen to it.
I think you're gonna like it.
No, I won't.
Bam, you know it's not about how many people that listen to it.
Yeah, it is.
Oh. That sounds like an MTV tactic.
It sounds like. So is what you're basically saying?
This bitch has nothing. Skip around?
Yeah, I don't give a shit. It
Let's
seems
skip
like it's
around.
going to be more of the same.
She's fucking horrible. She has nothing. You have Bam Margera in front of him, in front of you, who's got all this shit to talk about, all this juicy shit going on in his life, and you're like, and folk music.
It is
Prince,
weird.
Prince could do folk music. I would do folk music.
Thank you for putting that out, because I sit here and it's like, even if you didn't want to address the current controversy he's in, you have a plethora of shit.
Could you talk about something? Because
with
I gotta break it to you, sister, and no guy's ever told you this before. You ain't good at riffing.
New CKY coming out very soon. As a matter of fact,
Nope.
if you go to the car,
Oh.
you have to hit track. It's CD5. It's the brand new CKY. We have to play track 1.
Why won't people let me see my son? Why are people abandoning me? Why won't they let me see my kid? Because you have a bunch of people who are willing to help you, and you decide to go to this fucking monster.
And you know what else? Before your estranged wife or your ex-wife or whatever lets you see your son, she's got to, keep up on all the shit you've been doing recently and like basically run you through a censoring machine and see if you can pass.
Right.
And you
I
don't.
think the people who follow me would be very impressed if I could do a front flip. But you know,
Who gives a fuck? I pick a random spot in this interview, and she is still just an uninteresting lump.
a little more advanced.
Guys, this is what happens when you lie to chicks to fuck them. I just want to know the consequence. I want you to know the consequences of your actions. This is what happens when you lie to chicks so you can get some pussy. They start to believe it, and then they get the balls, the unearned gall, to go start a podcast and go, I bet I could do a front flip.
You know what's bothering me more than that, though, is that somehow she got an interview with him. I don't know how that
He'll
happens.
only do, dude, if I kiss his ass and I talk about how great he is and wonderful and all that, I could get an interview with him. Anybody who won't challenge him, anyone who will just let Bam do what he's doing now will get an interview.
Okay, how about why does she have 118,000 subscribers?
She would have a lot more if she had any talent. That is all just a woman trying to be quirky and dumb simps subscribing to the channel. If she had any talent, she'd have way more than that.
All right.
Any of that. It's a waste of my time.
well, even the videos about you don't even watch. So I don't expect you to watch my trampoline jumps.
Because I only watch shit that is fucking important to the cosmic web of the universe.
You never know where that could be lurking, though.
Like being a
Yeah, I
good
did.
father.
Yeah. Is that part of the
Do
cosmic
you watch
universe?
fathering videos?
Now, where's this thing where he's exposing everyone? I'm going to keep skipping around because I don't see Bam do any exposing other than his own ass.
I've never seen him before.
Should you do the Bam one from BJ Investigates?
Oh, wait. Hey,
Nope.
when I ejected the CD track 5,
We're still talking
put
about
it
the
in the
CD.
and it's a blank.
It'll fall in place. I think you'll figure it out.
Website, meetara.io.
You're very,
which
very
has now
intelligent.
So she just sits there and shows them videos and then wants them to have an opinion on
How
it.
about the fact that he has all that money, but he still has a car with a CD player?
Right.
That's weird.
Bam was under the impression Nicole Susan Boyd Margera was going to be here with
Oh, here we
Melissa
go. Okay.
Dom Pierre. She's Aunt Missy to Bam. She was responsible for procuring the hotel rooms.
It's in her
on
name.
This hall. She booked 2 rooms, and Bam was under
You can
the
write on that
impression
paper
that
underneath.
his estranged or alleged
Why doesn't Bam just go on? Is this the same chick? Is this her
yes,
show?
that's her.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
wife, Nicole Susan Boyd Margera. Bam was under the impression Nicole Susan Boyd Margera was going to be here with Bam's son, Phoenix. Bam has not been able to see his son at this point.
Oh, that's why he did her show, because she's been sucking his dick, figuratively speaking. She's been kissing
Right.
up to him this whole time.
I was
and
just
running cover for him.
That was occurring to me too. Like I was realizing that, and I now wonder if she's just trying to like get in with him too. You know, like, oh, I can.
Some people
He is a celebrity.
Some people do see that fading celebrity and they're like, maybe I can grab on and
I have an in.
get whatever's left of it.
It's an open door.
Yeah.
Of this video in over 150 days. Okay, so he thinks he's gonna meet up with Nikki
He's
and
fucking
bring his son to
wiped right
Disney
now.
World today. That is what he thinks.
And I put all this together and was telling people.
Are you okay? Do you want us
Yeah,
No,
Bam.
he'll tell us if he wants to pause.
He's out of his mind. He's totally out of his
When
mind.
it comes to Phoenix, dude, I just
Don't put this on your fucking show.
Is he laughing or crying?
He's
I can't
crying.
tell.
He's high as a kite and he's fucking crying about his kid and she's using it for fucking views.
I'm so uncomfortable right now.
God, she is a demon. She really is awful. I've never seen anything she's ever done before but this.
He's not fit for an interview, by the way, right now.
Do you know if you went on any reputable news program or you went on any reputable show, fuck it, if you went on Tucker and you showed up like this and you go, I want to talk about my kid and my custody, Tucker would go, guys, send him back to the hotel. Make sure he gets there safe. He's in no condition. You know, there's such a thing called no condition to perform.
Letterman kicked somebody off his show for that.
Yeah, Letterman's kicked people off his show back in the day. You would not let Bam Margera on television to talk about shit if he showed up in this state. You would not let him do it.
No.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry to cry. I've cried over this very thing, and he's not even my son.
I just, you know, I just love him so much.
Yeah.
Then get off the fucking crank, asshole. I'm done. Anyone who watches this is how addicts trick people. This is how they fool
They
people.
cry.
They cry, they sob because you're putting a little pressure on them. This was Bam's family tricking him into coming somewhere so he could get help. This was the intervention. They were
That
having-
he desperately needed, by the way.
They're saying, oh, your son and your wife are here. And he goes, oh, I'll be there. And then they were going to have the intervention and send him to rehab so he could get clean. And now he's going, oh, poor me. Oh, poor me. Look at, they tricked old poor Bam. They lied to poor Bam. Hey, junkie, you've never lied to people before that you loved? Did you ever tell your wife or your son that daddy'll get better? You fucking liar. You user, you junkie. This is what they do. When people start to turn the screws and start to get tough with them, then they make with the waterworks and you're supposed to feel bad. In my opinion, when they start doing that, that's when you keep going.
You should. I mean, you're getting close to. There's such a thing called a breaking point.
Yeah.
Where you either have to
Rock bottom.
Yeah, you got to hit rock bottom and decide if you're going to sit there or if you're going to do better.
He's one of these people who I watch and I genuinely get mad.
I do too.
And
I've seen
This piece of shit.
unimportant people behave the same way. You know, you're a drug addict and you just cry. And when you cry, the people that care about you fall for it.
Look at her. Wacky bunny ears, sunglasses. There's no empathy here.
Fact ain't defamation.
Facts ain't defamation.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
she's edgy. She's cool.
this is someone with no empathy. She has Bam on. She just sees him as a husk that she can harvest views out of.
She's watching a grown-ass man falling apart in front of her crying about something that is important, and she's cold. Oh, it's okay. I've cried over the same thing. He's not my son. I've cried.
Look, I'll say this. I'm very good at radio. All right. I've been, number one in a market for years. I'm a talented broadcaster. A talented broadcaster is not someone who just sees messes and puts them on the air. Like anybody can do that. You know, that Jerry Springer shit. Mm-hmm. A good broadcaster also knows when it's like, all right, this is venturing into real life. Let's stop and do a check with this guy.
Right.
You know, let's not let him do this to himself. This is a guy who's not fit to be. I wouldn't let this guy on the air.
No.
I
He's
wouldn't let
not
him
fit
on
to
the
be on the air with anybody.
No.
And when I hear his name, then I get reminded about how I can't see him. And
Now, okay, before I let this go, is he going to take responsibility here and say it reminds me of how bad I fucked everything up and how I need to get clean, or is he going to blame other people?
He's going to blame other
Okay.
people. He's already started.
Let's
he's
see.
saying he's not allowed to see him.
and it breaks my heart.
It's heartbreaking.
And I think that you can actually die from a broken heart.
I believe
No,
you
you could die from drugs. You could die from ODing, you fuck.
He's already a walking corpse.
And listen to her. She's just emotionless. Like, yeah.
Like I said, she is cold. She is cold and emotionless.
I despise this chick.
I know it's not a scientific fact because I'm a scientist, even though you don't think that I went to a university because I don't need to because I already done it. And I'm a geography scientist. And it's all
Get him off the air. You fucking user. Not him now this time. Her.
This
Her,
is making
she's
me
the
sick.
user.
This is making me sick, actually.
Get him
It's-
off the air.
You have to have a complete lack of shame and any kind of awareness to sit in her seat right now.
I will say this is where radio is superior to podcasting now that I've done both, is that at least in a radio station, and I hate when the bosses come in and tell you what to do with your show. I think you should just let people be funny and do their program.
Sure.
But something like this, at least in a radio station, there's someone to knock on the glass and go, fucking cut it right now. And now if you're any good at broadcasting, you don't need someone to knock on the window and go, cut it right now. Because you would see this human being in front of you going, I'm a fucking scientist. I've never gone to college because I don't need to because I did it, but I'm a fucking geography scientist. You would go, we're going to go to break.
This is some kind of like weird, like if his estranged wife and some were to see this too, this is like a weird emotional abuse towards his family because she's
Right.
having this guy on here doing this sob story about how terrible these people are to him because they won't let him see his son.
And this woman...
And they are doing that for really important reasons.
And this woman doesn't care that she's hurting a lot of
She
people
is.
outside of this
She's
room.
hurting everybody that cares about him right
Yeah.
now.
Do you give a fuck about Bam's kid, lady? Then turn this shit off. He's got a kid. You know, there's that scene in The Fighter where Christian Bale, they've got that HBO crack documentary on.
Oh, yeah.
And it's about Dick Eklund, and he turns it off. And everyone in the prison goes, what are you doing, Dick? And he goes, that's my life. That's my son, and he needs me, and I'm in here. It's like, yeah, there's a point in time where it stops being a podcast or a radio show, and you're fucking with people's lives here.
Yes.
right here.
And
But-
Phoenix has been being also used against you, like to lure you places.
And then she says
so. It
his
is.
name.
Hey, congratulations. What's her name? Enabler in the morning?
Yeah.
Congratulations, Enabler, because I guarantee you know what Bam did after this, after you worked him up again? He had to take something to take the edge off, right?
He did. They had to get him probably emergency like panic meds.
No. No, not emergency panic meds. He took drugs.
I know.
He took drugs. He came off of this interview and he went, I just need this because it'll calm me down.
Very upsetting.
Bam took a
You
few
have-
minutes to
what do you
collect
call it?
himself, and you brought him back.
Scorned. Once you're scorned, you see fire in your eyes and Babylon's burning. It's going to burn your
She's smiling.
fucking house down, and there's nothing you can do about it. So I can say that
There is something you can do about it.
Name one.
Get clean, please. She will redeem herself in my eyes forever if she just says get clean.
So I can say that
There is something you can do about it,
Name one.
and you're learning it from the shaman.
Oh yeah.
Got it.
Unearned wisdom is poison.
Oh, that's a good one.
She's a fucking reason.
Unearned wisdom is not good. Obviously, it's not good, but
Well, you can't earn my wisdom. I can't just tell you it. You have to earn it.
fair.
She's worse than bad. She's nothing.
Why don't you just tell Bam you wanted to fuck him?
Yeah,
And then get out of there.
Just cut to the
Cut to the
quick.
chase. Take this down.
Bam, you're on my bucket list.
That's exactly how I'm feeling right now. Because she's cold.
She's enjoying this.
You want to go on with Aunt Missy?
Let's go.
All right. I think we've
The
watched
hard hitters. You know,
Yeah.
guys.
I think we've watched what we needed to watch.
Yeah, there comes to a point where like now us sitting here like playing what she did with him when we're saying we should take it down, like
It's fucking.
that feels gross. That made me sick a little bit.
That's nasty, man. Aaron's period pill with $5 says, Aaron, you put Jake Hudson on the show. You have done this before. As soon as Jake Hudson we got him out of there. That is not even fucking close, but that's a good joke. I'm sorry. I'm reading that. I'm all worked up, so I can't see humor.
I mean, there's no family involved with that one.
I gotta remember that. Hung Solo says, how are you any better by replaying this? You're joking, right? Like, you understand transformative content and like putting some perspective on it and giving analysis. Like, you get that, right? That's like you saying to the History Channel, how are you any better than Hitler by putting Nazi footage up there? Stop it. You know better.